Scores of whales to be euthanized after mass stranding in Australia. Australian authorities are euthanizing about 90 false killer whales which survived a mass stranding on a remote beach in Tasmania. A team of experts at the site said complex conditions have made it impossible to save them. They are part of a pod of 157 whales that had beached near Arthur River, in the island's northwest. The rest had died shortly after the stranding. Tasmania has seen a series of mass whale strandings in recent years, including the country's worst ever in 2020. But false killer whales haven't mass stranded there in over 50 years. False killer whales are technically one of the world's largest dolphin species, like their orca namesakes. They can grow up to 6 m, 19 feet, and weigh 1.5 tons. Authorities on Wednesday said the pod had been stranded at the site for 24 to 48 hours, and the surviving animals were already under extreme stress. Local resident Jocelyn Flint told the Australian Broadcasting Corporation she had traveled to the site on Wednesday morning after her son noticed the pod while out shark fishing overnight. "There are babies. There's just families of them. Their eyes are open. They're looking at me, like help. It's just absolutely horrific." The site, about 300 kilometers, 186 miles, from the city of Launceston, is extremely difficult to access and transport any rescue equipment to, marine biologist Chris Carlion told media. "This is possibly the trickiest location I've seen in 16 years of doing this role in Tasmania," he said. "We're talking a very rough, steep, single-lane road into the site. We can get four-wheel drives in there, but not a lot else." Rough conditions meant returning the animals to the sea at the location they stranded was impossible, so an expert team tried to relocate to and refloat them, but were unsuccessful. "The animals just can't get past the break to get out. They just keep turning around and coming back towards the beach," said Shelley Graham from Tasmania's Parks and Wildlife Service. With conditions for the next 2 days forecast to be similar, expert wildlife veterinarians made the tough and confronting decision to euthanize the remaining whales. The longer these animals are out stranded, the longer they are suffering. All alternative options have been unsuccessful. Euthanasia is always a last resort, Dr. Carlion said. That grim task, which involves shooting the animals, is expected to begin on Wednesday but continue on Thursday. Authorities are still working out how to dispose of the carcasses. The site has important cultural heritage for Aboriginal people, so a department spokesperson earlier suggested it may be a case of letting nature run its course. Authorities have asked members of the public to avoid the site, with bushfires burning nearby and limited road access. More than 80% of Australian whale strandings take place in Tasmania, often on its west coast. Thank you for watching Topics on Trend. Go ahead and check out another trending video on our channel here, like subscribe, comment, and share.